Hello and welcome to Bad Art. This is where we're just going to draw quickly. We're going to draw from stream of consciousness. We're going to not overthink it or think about it at all, really. We're just going to fill up the page and make art. We're just going to get our creative juices flowing, get out those creative zoomies, prepare ourselves, let society go and just I don't know, kind of just like prepare ourselves for the muse to come take over and give us ideas, because when you show up every day with your art, you tend to get ideas. You get things that come to you that almost seems like divine inspiration. And so I'm trying to work quickly here. I'd like to keep these videos under a half hour because I think that the more quickly you work, like, you don't have time to think, really. So I'm just gonna do this. I kind of need to come up with an intro that I can just like rattle off, because trying to think too much doesn't help. But when I, again, just go quickly and just kind of do things, words just come to me. And that's kind of the point here. That's kind of the point with the drawing, and a little bit the point with the words as well. It's trusting. It's trusting spirit, God, the muse, divine inspiration, whatever you want to call it. You're developing a relationship with that, because throughout the centuries, people have felt or known that inspiration comes not from within them. The Greeks called it a genius. That's what it was before we started attributing it to the person themselves. It's not necessarily the person themselves. It is a connection and a relationship with something outside of us. Have you ever gotten an idea, just random idea, but it feels almost complete? It's the same with singing too sometimes. One time I was going to sing with some family members for a Universalist church, because I just want to say here that I'm not religious. I'm, somewhat spiritual, but not, strictly Christian or anything like that. Although this does apply to Christianity as well. Just anything that you believe, this does apply. So I was practicing a song, and I practiced so much that, when you prepare your vessel, basically, it allows spirit to come in and say, you've done well, let me help you now. And on the day that I sang that, it felt as though something was within me singing through me. I loved it. It was an awesome feeling. This looks like a blobfish. When you do this also, you leave room for accidents. And accidents too, more than ideas also, almost. More, even more so than ideas, accidents really lead the way to inspiration. So even if you don't believe all of that stuff about, divine inspiration and all of that, you don't have to. You really don't. This is helpful no matter what. And, accidents and then just working quickly, just doing whatever you need to do. It's like seeing faces in the knots of wood. The knots of wood aren't there because somebody put faces in them. Or, in the tile, like in the tile of your bathroom or whatever. You ever just sit there like looking at what you can see in the tile? I have a dog and a wizard in my tile. So I'm just working quickly, trying not to stop to talk. I'm just filling up the page, and kind of talking is actually helping me to just to really not be able to think about this almost. I can't. I kind of can't think. um, we're just we're just sketching, we're just drawing, we're just allowing allowing our hands to do the work, allowing things to come to us. We're not worrying about it being good. We're not worrying about what it looks like, about if it looks like anything. I mean, I kind of am, and I'm kind of catching myself doing that. Like, oh, I don't want to go here because that's not going to look good. I don't know that. I mean, maybe I do, just from years of practice, but sometimes, this is specifically, I call this bad art, not to put anything down, but to specifically try new things. And by working quickly, we are filling up the page. I'm not trying to render anything. I mean, I guess I kind of a little bit am rendering things, and there's nothing wrong with that. I sometimes like to just like fill up the page and then render it afterwards. Because it's kind of cool. It kind of like, you kind of do, by doing this, build something interesting. And it's not always like whole page cohesive like this. When I don't know what to do, I really like drawing things from memory. Like a little otter, we could put like a little otter over here. And again, you're doing it quickly, you're drawing from memory, you're allowing for accidents. you're allowing for funny things to happen, because a lot of times it is kind of funny or just like more interesting. I'm gonna draw him holding a little shell. Kind of forget what shells look like right now, I guess. Draw a little scallop and his little hands. Okay, or his giant hands, whatever. Those look more like flippers. There's no way that guy could be evil or rascally. Look how cute he is. Aww. So cute. Are these flippers? What are these things? Like, I don't picture otters as having feet, though I guess they have to. Are these feet? I mean, they have to have feet because they run on land. Do they just grow them like when they get out? I think that's what happens actually. I think otters just kind of grow their feet in the air every time they get out of the water. Again, we're not thinking about anything. We're just doing whatever feels right. Hmm. We're just filling up the page. I find that this kind of opens up my artist eyes. I kind of, again, get out my creative zoomies because I want to be practicing other things. Like, I'm doing a project where I make 100 roses so that I can get good at drawing roses. And doing this before I do my actual practice really helps to get my artist eyes on and focus while I'm doing the roses. No, I kind of have done the work to fill up the whole page, so I'm just kind of doing a little bit of rendering just to kind of create interest. I really like, in my art anyway, because, well, I really like kind of bold. I like boldness. I like bold shadows. My art is kind of darker. I also do really like, I think it's so important to follow your own proclivities, your own tendencies in art, because that's you. Okay, that's your voice. That's your artist's voice. That is who you are as an artist. What you tend to normally do with your art is who you are as an artist. And that is so important. That's why you're doing it. And it's all different, and it's all, I mean, it's not all good, but it is all different. And when you get good, it's interesting. Because none of us are good artists out of the bat, but you have to, that's why we're doing this as well, because you have to let yourself be bad and just figure out what you have to say at the same time as you figure out what you want to be drawing, what you want to be drawing better. That's why I practice the roses, because I have ideas in my mind, I have images that I want to produce, in my good art, and I need to practice in order to be able to create that. And I chose 100. Oh no. Okay, well, all right. Happy accidents, right? We don't think about things, we just let things happen. Because this is not the good art that we were practicing. But anyway, oh yeah, I started doing the 100 Roses because of a friend of mine who was a tattoo apprentice, and he had to go through a bunch of things like drawing 100 roses, drawing 100, pieces of flash, making 100 tattoos before he could, become a full-time artist, like tattoo artist, just things like that. So I thought that was really interesting. I kind of wanted to adopt that and make 100 roses. I'm on number like 20 or something like that. There's a few of them that are lost, one of them that I gave away. I'd like to keep them all in a book. I kind of I started putting them all in one sketchbook, and then I started doing them. I started being able to do them from memory, and I they kind of got scattered a little bit. I have Maggie May from Rod Stewart stuck in my head right now. I was gonna say I don't know where that came from, but I went to my grandparents this weekend and we were listening. We always listen to older music there. My husband and I really like to listen to different kinds of music, and it's like fun for grandma and grandpa. It's fun for us. So, and then Rod Stewart came on, which I didn't think, I mean, I knew it was 80s, but I didn't think it was that old. But I guess it's more. I guess it's older than 80s. Interesting. kind of fun, especially now that I've got the whole page, like, kind of drawn out, and in more than just like a swirl. The first couple of days I did this, I just like straight up went, and like, what am I supposed to do with that? Wound up scribbling over the whole thing. Oh yeah, and along this weekend there was a song, um, Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Pop, and I know that there are rhymes, like kind of like, I don't know, playground rhymes about the song or of this, like that kind of like have the same, like shimmy shimmy Cocoa Pup, or what, Cocoa Pop, Cocoa Puff, like, things like that. I can't really remember them anymore now, but I never heard the actual song, and to hear it with the beat, it was so good. I think this one was by the Immortels, which sounds like a group of vampires. And I kind of enjoy that. Kind of dig that imagery. It was just like a really cool, mesmerizing beat. Oh, I keep making this lumpy. I don't want it to be lumpy. I kind of want to look at an otter now and be like, what the heck? I still can't believe, like, I don't know. In water, I just thought they had no feet or something. Which is kind of a funny idea. Otters are really rascally. I could imagine them. I mean, you gotta leave room for magic, you know? I hate the people who would go, no, actually, although learning stuff is pretty cool. I just hate to be taught, I don't know, by jerks, I guess. And if you feel the need to like say something to somebody in a jerky way, like, yeah, you're a jerk. You can say something to somebody, you can teach people things in a way that makes them more receptive. I've never understood, well, I kind of have, because it's just like a knee-jerk attitude. And I do that sometimes. But I've tried to recognize, like, hey, I don't like it when people do this to me. Maybe I should not do this to other people. And unfortunately, it's taken me a long time to learn that. We also watched The Sound of Music this weekend and Mystic Pizza. Both fun movies. The Sound of Music kind of got me interested in the real Von Trapp family. Apparently, all of the children, or most of the children, wrote books. So I would like to get my hands on those. My husband and my grandma are definitely people who, once they get into things, they like to learn stuff about them as well. They like to learn a lot more about them. And to some extent, I do too. Definitely not to the extent that they do, though. Kind of dig the flow of this. I really enjoy working on things. And I think, so I've taken slowness to heart because the first time I ever, like, found out, or I don't know, like, when I was younger, um, like in elementary school, I went to a daycare kind of thing before school, and then they would just like walk us to school. I there was one like there was one lady there who took like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days to draw a picture, and the picture was really good. It was like really pretty. Um, And the fact that she had taken a few days to do it, like, really struck me because to me, up until that point, art was something that you hurried up and did, kind of like this. Um, and you, I don't know. I don't know. That was just like when I realized, like, oh, hey, if you take multiple days to do something, it looks really pretty. It looks better. And I'm kind of just now realizing that um, because I've had that belief in my head for so long, like that's kind of why it takes me so long to do art, because I think that it needs to take multiple days, but it doesn't. If I build my skills and work quickly, I can make works within a few hours. And that's kind of something that I'm relearning now as an artist. Especially if you practice elements like my 100 roses, you know? I really like this. Which is, not the point. The point is to do things without thinking, to do it quickly, to allow for accidents, to let yourself make bad art and not feel bad about it. But I guess that even if you do that and you work quickly and all of that, and allow for accidents, like you can have, like what Bob Ross said, happy accidents. Um, I don't know that this is quite what he was talking about, but allow for, something that you actually enjoy. And I guess that's kind of part of developing your voice, your artist's, I I guess, voice. What did that look like? um, That's why I chose to do that. Your artist voice. Uh, it like, I guess it can like help develop it quicker because you like kind of don't have time to think and you just have time, you just like have to do. All right, so we're at about the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna keep rendering this for a little bit longer. I'm gonna shut off the video because I think 30 minutes is long enough. But I'm gonna keep rendering this and then put it in the thumbnail. Because this is getting fun. And I'm gonna listen to Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Pop. All right, bye.